So part of what I'm going to be doing this first 9 weeks is teaching you some exercises that you need to be doing every day before you sit down and practice. The things that we need to work on are things that stretch our fingers and things that let us practice getting faster and stronger. So this is an exercise that I learned from a lot of good players that had a lot of different ways of doing this, but they all seem to do the same kind of things. So the first thing that we're going to talk about is working on our guitar claw. So our guitar claw is going to have the thumb going straight up and down like this. When we play, I've talked about this with chords, but you really want to make sure that that thumb is back here, and then the rest of your fingers are going to come around like this. So this drill that we do, we're going to actually play every single string. So when we play every single string, we're going to put all of our fingers down 1 through 4th fret like that. Okay? Making sure that we're using the tips of the fingers. Okay? We're not using the flat parts. There's some people that don't understand what we're really doing here, and they're like, oh, well, it doesn't really make any difference, and they start using the flat part of their fingers. That's not really what we're doing. We're going to take every finger and put it on the fretboard using the tips, okay? Now, when you get there, then you're going to lift up all your fingers except for your first finger. Let me turn my guitar so that you can see that. And notice that my fingers are still right above the fret. They're not back here. We have the tendency of guitar players to want to do this. So if we were playing every note, we would go. And notice how my other fingers are coming up. That's not really what you want to do. If you want to get fast and you want your hands to get stronger, and you've got to be able to stretch them. And that's what this is. So we're using the tip of the finger on each one. Then we lift them all up. Now we're ready to play. So we are going to slowly play every one of these notes one at a time like this. Now I'm on the 2nd fret, 3rd fret, 4th fret. Okay? Then I'm going to go to the next string. Notice that I'm not, when I move, I'm trying to keep my pinky from doing this. This is really hard because I think it's something where people want to see their fingers better. But the idea is the more that you train your fingers to stay hovering above the fret that they're going to play, the faster you get. Okay? So meaning if I've got to travel from way back here, or if I'm just picking up all my fingers like this, it tends to not stretch you. And what ends up happening if you change fingers, it just drags your hand all over. So the idea is you want your fingers to hover over. That's what we're going towards. But before we can do this, we will start off going like this. Your job is at home to work on this. And while I'm doing this, I'm watching my pinky the whole time. I'm making sure that pinky doesn't want to come out like this, right? You have to be the one that watches it. I'm wanting that pinky to hover right over the string. And I'm not letting my hands turn in like this. I'm not letting this part of my hand touch I'm still got everything. And I'm trying to keep what I call the guitar claw. You want to keep those fingers all pointed this way. Okay? You don't want them all turned like this. This is what people try to do. And then they come from the bottom. Or they do this, like I was saying before. They're just doing I just call that a finger sandwich. So this is very important because when you start working and start Eventually this turns into a speed drill. But before you do